rivers convert deserts into fertile, plush, and fruitful places. So these rivers change the world, but it started with one river in the Garden of Eden. So, of course, in implications and message, but we want to read a little deeper to figure out if there's a secret here, a strategy, a system, a formula, a methodology that is applicable to other areas and aspects of life. And when it comes to the Garden of Eden, this one river had to break off into four before it could change the world. So what I've got here is that the river of life eventually watered the world, but only when it has split into new life-giving rivers, four new life-giving rivers. So your big idea can change the world. Your big idea can water the world. Your business idea can change the game for you and for many others if you focus on the four proven priorities for business owners today. The four proven priorities for business owners today. And what we're going to dive into is these four proven business priorities. And my challenge is that if you focus on them, what starts out as a good idea in your mind, a great idea in your mind, a big idea in your mind, can literally change the world, or change an aspect of it, or change an industry, change a marketplace, change a community. You can literally change your life and the lives of so many others if you will focus on these priorities, and they are proven priorities for business owners today. What are the four priorities? What are the four priorities that you must focus on if your river is going to water the world? Bada boom, bada bang. Here goes. They are the pillars of progress and the streams of success. And so I'm going to say what they are, and then we're going to break it down. Are you excited? I'm excited. Let's go. The first, top left, is branding. Branding. Branding establishes your visibility, credibility, and authority in a particular market, okay, for a market segment, in a particular field of business. Branding gives you visibility, credibility, and authority in a particular field of business. That is one of the four proven priorities. If you focus on branding as one of the four proven priorities, your big idea will change the world. Number two, top right, marketing. Marketing. And I've defined marketing here as building and baiting an audience of prospects. Building and baiting. Ooh, what do I mean by baiting? Well, of course, if you're going to catch fish, you need to give the fish a reason to draw near. Okay? You need to attract fish if you're going to catch fish. And so marketing is about building an audience and baiting the audience, not just an audience, but an audience of prospects, an audience of quality prospects, qualified prospects, or what I sometimes refer to as perfect prospects. So if you will, with your big idea, okay, and your visible, credible brand, if you will go about building an audience of prospects and baiting that audience of prospects, well, you're part way to changing the world with your big idea. changing the world with your idea. And as we've said at the beginning, every business in the world today, every product, every service began as an idea in someone's mind, but they focused on the 4 proven priorities, okay, that turn ideas into income streams, that turn ideas into industry, and into agents of transformation and change. And the first 2 are branding and marketing. Okay, here's the third one, bottom left, sales. It's a proven priority for business owners today, sales. And this means creating opportunities and making irresistible offers. Okay, so we talked about bridging the gap between where someone is and where they want to be, and that no one goes into business unless they believe that issues can be resolved, needs can be met, dreams can be lived, they can be realized. Well, what you have to do is create an opportunity for people to cross your bridge. Okay, you have to build a bridge, create an opportunity for them to cross that bridge, and make an irresistible offer. And that's sales. It's creating opportunities and making irresistible offers. Number 4, fourth proven priority is your systems. That is to automate your business with staff and software. Okay, so that means that your business needs to become an organization, needs to become systematized so that staff and software can run it at a particular level. Okay, so to really run a business, you need hands and you need minds. And given that you have the idea, you are the one to whom God has given the vision. You must work your way into a place where you work on your business with your mind rather than just working in the business with your hands. Now, in the beginning, you're going to work in the business with your hands, okay? You're going to be part of the manpower and the labor force, but you want to be working towards exiting the operations to where you can work on the business with your mind, because your mind is your business's most valuable asset. I wish I had some sound effects in here. Your mind is your business's most valuable asset. And so you want to build a business system that works in your absence, because the day-to-day operations are managed by staff and software. Okay, staff and software. So these are the pillars of progress. These are the streams of success. These are the proven priorities that take the river of your revelation, your big idea, and allow it to actually change the world or water the world. What do you focus on? Branding, marketing, sales, and systems. Branding, marketing, sales, and systems. Anyone that builds a successful and sustainable profit-making business has focused on branding, marketing, sales, and systems. Now, you can check this out. You can check me out. You can read the autobiographies of outstanding entrepreneurs. You can attend the seminars, listen to the lectures, watch the channels of outstanding, successful entrepreneurs, and you are going to find where their priorities are. Okay, the priorities are with branding, marketing, sales, and systems. Branding, marketing, sales, and systems. Branding, marketing, sales, and systems. And if you can make these your own priorities, okay, then there is every reason to believe that what is possible for you will become probable for you and ultimately inevitable for you, because you are focusing, you're building on the pillars of progress and the streams of success. So when I talk about these streams or these pillars, Let me explain what they represent. They represent the 4 activities you should prioritize in business. The 4 activities you should prioritize in business. What should I prioritize? I should prioritize branding, marketing, sales, and systems. That's what I should those are the 4 activities for me to prioritize. Number 2, they represent 4 skills to master. Okay, so if I'm going to master some skills in this business, then I want to master branding, marketing, sales, and systems. These are 4 skills to master. Okay? That's why I call them proven priorities. So they are not just activities to prioritize, but skills to master. In other words, you want to get better and better at branding, better and better at marketing, better and better at sales, better and better at building systems and automation into your business. You want to get better and better. So you're going to start at the foot of the mountain, but you just set your eyes on the top of the mountain to say, I am not just going to be focusing on branding as a proven priority. I'm actually going to become a master of branding, a master of marketing, a master of sales, and a master of systems. Because if I can master these 4 things, what is possible for me becomes probable for me and ultimately inevitable for me. Can I hear an amen? Okay. Now, they equally represent 4 steps to take, 4 steps to take in the direction of your destiny, 4 steps to take. What do I mean? I'm really talking about a sequence. I'm saying that branding makes marketing easier and more effective. I'm saying that good marketing makes sales easier and more effective. And I'm saying that branding, marketing, and sales enables you to develop systems, okay? To implement systems. And, I've met people who are busy trying to create systems, but you haven't made any sales. They're busy trying to, trying to create systems, and there's no marketing strategy. They're trying to create systems, but there's no brand. These are steps. These are priorities, but they are in order. Branding, good branding makes marketing easier and more effective. Great marketing makes sales easier and more effective. And sales justifies the systems. Sales justifies the systems. And finally, these 4 represent 4 departments to make. Why? Because if you're going to systematize your business, you're going to have to convert your operations into an organization. We'll say it again. You have to convert your operations into an organization. And if it's not organized, it can't be managed. And if it's not organized and managed, it cannot consistently put out the same quality of output. There can be no quality control without organization. Now, as far as creating that organization, because your priorities are branding, marketing, sales, systems, then what you want to do is start with at least 4 departments. In building your organization, you want to start with at least 4 departments. Woo! So let's move on. Because what we want to deal with, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to break down each of these priorities and give insight into each priority. And by the way, I know of no business that is successful. I know of no business that is sustainable that doesn't prioritize these. I know of no business that's working for the owner that doesn't prioritize these. So if you're feeling like, I can do it without branding, I can do it without marketing, I can do it without sales, I can do it without systems, then you'll be the first. Okay, you'll be the first, and we'll wait on you to achieve success without the fundamentals, without a foundation, and then you can do a webinar and tell us how to do it without foundations, without fundamentals. Yeah, I'm being funny. Okay, so are you building a business or a brand? I put here a business or a brand because some people think that they're one and the same, and to a degree they are, and to a degree they are not. Okay.
Oh, I know why.
So I want to talk about the relationship between the business and the brand. By answering the question, what is a brand and why does it matter? Why does it matter that you are branding your business? Why does it matter? Well, so let's get technical and factual and say that your brand is the significance of your seal, symbol, or signature, and it's used to make a promise or for proof of ownership. Okay, so here we have the seal of the President of the United States of America. There's the seal of the President. So is it the graphic that is the brand? Not really. It's the significance of the graphic. It's what the graphic represents that is really the brand. Okay? And when you see that seal, okay, if it's not a copy, rip-off seal, right? If it's an authentic seal, then it represents the office of the president. And it is used, seals, right? Like kings throughout antiquity, throughout history, would write a document, then seal it with a royal seal. The seal was like a signature, and the signature, made the document credible and authentic. So it was proof of authenticity, proof of ownership. And we sign documents, okay, by way of making a promise, by way of cutting a covenant. When you sign a document, you're cutting a covenant. But your signature is a scribble. But because of what that scribble represents, that's its power. Its power is in what it represents, not in its shape, size, the pictures, the images. It's in what it represents. So when you see an apple, okay, when you see the apple symbol, what gives that symbol its power is everything that it represents. It represents a multinational corporation that is known for certain things. In this respect, your brand is your identity. Okay, it's how we know it's you, and it's everything you're associated with. Okay, it's your associations, and it speaks to your expertise or what you're really good at or what it is you do. The brand gives you credibility, visibility, and authority in a field of business if accompanied by smart branding. Woo! That's deep. The brand does what? It gives you credibility, visibility, and authority if it's accompanied by smart branding. So, I've left this seal up here of the President of the United States. That seal offers a degree of credibility. The credibility that comes with the office is represented by that seal. It gives the office visibility, even in the absence of the president. It gives visibility, and it's also a seal that represents his authority. And that's exactly how kings throughout history, royalty throughout history used their signet. Nobles used their signet for credibility, visibility, and authority. But I want you to notice what I've said here, that it only gives you credibility, visibility, and authority if it's accompanied by smart branding. So branding, right? A brand is really a picture, a symbol, an icon, a logo. That's a brand. It only gives you credibility, visibility, and authority if your branding is on point. So we're going to talk about branding. It is designed to position you as a significant name in the game. A significant name in the game. Oh, wow. Is there anyone here that would like to be known as a significant name in your game, in what it is that you do? So I've got here, many people are struggling to build a business because they don't know how to build a brand. So, if you build the brand will build your business. Woo! If you build the brand will build your business. Many who are struggling to build a business are doing so because they haven't prioritized building a brand. If you prioritize building a brand and you build a brand, the brand is going to build the business. Like I said, great branding, good branding makes marketing much easier and more effective. Great marketing makes sales much easier and more effective. Everything flows, but it starts with your marketplace identity, your credibility, your visibility, and your authority in that particular field. And so often what people are struggling with is the opposite of these, right? If we could just be honest with each other as business owners today, or as aspiring business owners, what are people struggling with? They're struggling with the opposite of credibility, visibility, and authority. In other words, they're not very credible. People don't really trust them, right? Because people don't really know them, because they're not very visible, right? And because they're neither credible or visible, because they're not, because they don't have these things, their authority is absent. It's missing. All right. Your presence just creates doubts and questions. It doesn't create certainty and confidence. But how great would the business be if the minute your name came up, the minute that your logo came up, the minute that your icon came up, it was associated with greatness, with reliability, with trustworthiness, with service, with quality? What if it were visible and the right people were able to find you? And your authority, your preeminence in that field was established to where you were the go-to person in that field. Like people who hadn't even tried you yet, they know of you, they like you, and they trust you. That's the power of branding. Marketing and sales get their boost from great branding. Okay. I'm going to leave the bottom two because I'm going to come to them as we go. So branding. So branding is the art of attaching significance to your seal, symbol, or signature. Wow. So remember, we said that the brand was the significance of your symbol or seal or signature. It's what it represents. So branding is the art of attaching significance and therefore shaping perceptions. Attaching significance, shaping perceptions around your seal, symbol, or signature. Because it's the idea that your brand represents that makes it powerful. Okay? It's got to represent something bigger than you. It's got to represent something bigger than you. If we go back to the seal of the president, it represents something huge, an entire nation, an entire governmental system, an entire population. It represents so much that that's what gives it its power. So branding is really the art of attaching significance to the seal, building its reputation, shaping perceptions of it. And the objective in branding, the objective is to become known, liked, and trusted. Known, liked, and trusted as a credible name in the game. Whatever business you're in, whatever business model or type, whether you sell directly to consumers, whether you sell products or services directly to consumers, whether you sell products or services to other businesses, whether you sell products or services to branches of government, okay, that's your game, right? Whether you're in health, whether you're in wealth creation, whether you are in your business addresses relationships. Whatever field that you are in, The objective in branding is to become known, liked, and trusted as a credible name in that game. And if you're known, liked, and trusted as a credible name in that game, then the marketing piece becomes easier and it becomes more efficient. Now I'm gonna dive in a little bit deeper into the brand, because your brand is your promise. Your brand is your promise. Like when you sign a legal document, that's your promise to abide by the terms and conditions. It's a promise, okay? If you sign a work of art, well, it identifies you as the author of that work of art, and it is your promise that this is you. It's authentic. So it's important to understand the relationship between a brand and a promise, because your brand represents a promise. It represents a promise. Why is that important? It's important because products and services are a means to an end and never an end in themselves. We buy them because they promise to produce the results and outcomes we really want. Wow and wow. I think I'm going to say that again. Let me check if you guys are still writing. Hopefully you're still writing in the chat box. So here goes. Products and services are a means to an end. Like if I buy a vacuum cleaner, I bought the vacuum cleaner as a means to an end. The end is clean carpets, okay? If I buy anything, it's a means to an end, right? If I buy food, it's a means to an end. If we buy vehicles, it's a means to an end. If we buy holidays, it's a means to an end. All right? If we buy a piece of technology, a tool, it's a means to an end. We only buy them because they promise to produce something. They promise to deliver on the outcomes we desire. They promise to produce a result. So that all marketing and all sales is based on promise. Like the entire marketplace is driven by the forces of fear and faith. What? The entire marketplace is driven by the forces of fear and faith. We buy everything we buy by faith. Okay? Because we believe the promise. We believe that this product can produce the result or the outcome we really want. We believe the service can produce the result or the outcomes that we truly desire. So faith is moving us. And sometimes fear moves us to buy or not to buy. But it's very important, and I think this is so cool for people of faith, for spiritual people, to actually understand the spiritual nature of the commercial world, the spiritual nature of the marketplace, the spiritual nature of money. Everything moves by the forces of fear and faith. Money markets are driven up and down by the forces of fear and faith. Those of you that are investors in money markets or stock markets will know that one news headline can affect the value of the stock and the value of the currency. How does the news headline change the value of actual things? Well, the news headline is creating fear or faith. If it's creating faith, people buy more. If it's creating fear, they sell off. And this is what happens. Fear and faith drives the entire economy. Investors invest in companies by faith. Partners partner with you by faith. The commercial arena is a world of promises and faith. Some promises are explicit, i.e., I promise to be, do, have, I promise. And others are implicit, okay? Implied in the product, implied in the marketing is a promise. Your brand is an implicit promise designed to inspire faith, and it's faith that moves people to act. So your brand has to become an implicit promise that inspires faith. A powerful brand, a powerful brand doesn't just promise to provide the service or to deliver the goods. A really powerful brand promises to produce the desired outcome. Okay? So, delivering the service I paid for is not a powerful enough promise. Delivering the goods I paid for is not a powerful enough promise. Delivering the outcome, the ends for which those goods and services are a means, that's a powerful promise. Deliver the outcomes, that's the promise. And so powerful brands go beyond promising to deliver the vacuum cleaner when you order it. They go to promising clean carpets, super clean, deep clean, microscopic clean. Okay? Why? Because because they know that vacuum cleaner is a means to an end. And so if we're going to build this brand, implicit in this brand and explicit with this brand is the promise of the clean carpets, the cleaner carpets, the easier to clean, the faster to clean, the cheaper to clean. Okay, so great brands specialize in outcomes, not inputs. So here are the keys to effective. I'm going to give you some keys to this right now. I'm going to give you some keys. And here goes. Keys to effective branding. You can clarify your promise by creating a slogan of no more than 4 words. Woo, it's a great key. A slogan of no more than 4 words. 3 is best. You can do 3 words, even better. And now a good example of this is the presidential elections of the United States. And a lot of people are coming in right now from the United States, and you've just been through a presidential election, so this should all be quite fresh. But marketers, branding experts and marketers study very carefully presidential elections because it's the ultimate exercise in branding and marketing, right? If you're running for the office of the President of the United States, right, which is technically the biggest corporation in the world, okay, if you're running for that, then actually what you're going to do, then what happens is a huge branding and marketing campaign. And it goes on for at least a year. Huge branding and branding and marketing experts study it very carefully. And they're not studying it from the position of, well, who should win and who did win and who didn't win. They're not studying it from a political perspective. They're studying it from a commercial perspective. So from a commercial perspective, I'll show you how branding worked, okay? So I'm going to take 2 presidents, Barack Obama and Donald Trump, right? Barack Obama literally summarized his promise, okay, into 3 words: yes, we can. Yes, we can. They had people chanting, yes, we can, screaming, yes, we can. Yes, we can was all over his campaign because it made the message clear. All right? It made the message clear. It resonated with the audience. It inspired the audience. This is branding, my friends. This is branding, right? And then Donald Trump, who just won the presidential election, he had a phrase: "Make America great again. Make America great again." And he just kept saying it. He kept saying it. He kept chanting it. Got his people to chant it. Put it on hats. Put it on T-shirts. Put it on slogans, put it on adverts. And what was happening here in terms of a commercial exercise, what you see is that the keys to effective branding are clarity, a clear message that you can shrink down into 3 or 4 words, consistency, that's consistently putting it out there every time you're out there, whether it's on hats, whether it's on T-shirts, whether it's on web campaigns, whether it's at the end of an email, whether it's It's your signature phrase, right? Or slogan, but it's consistently out there, consistent. And finally, it needs to be credible, and credibility is in the eye of the beholder. But it needs to be believable. So it needs to be backed up by some facts or some examples or some testimonials or some endorsements. It's going to be backed up, right? So if your message is clear, if it's consistent and it's credible, you will have a visible, credible brand that has authority. And of course, this is the branding, right? Where you are creating perceptions about you, your company, your business. You're creating these perceptions. Okay, so I'm going to whiz through the others because next week is the grand finale, and this, I'm going to want to just go crazy next week, right? So we know that branding is the beginning of a great business, turning your business, your idea, into something that waters the world. You prioritize the activity of branding, building that brand association to where you become the known, liked, and trusted name in the game. But the marketing was about building and baiting an audience, and building an audience is now critical. In fact, in the modern world, in the digital age, where people engage you digitally and where our markets are global, our customers don't even live in our cities, sometimes don't even live in our countries, then you have to prioritize building an audience, and you have to master the skill of building an audience, building a following. Why? Because if the right people are not listening to you, you're always going to get the wrong result. So you may have great products, you may have great services, you may have a great opportunity, you may make great offers, but if you're making them to the wrong people, you're never going to get a good result. Okay? You may have the best burgers in the world. Okay, the best burgers in the world, but if you're selling them, if you're speaking to people who are not hungry, they are not hungry. Okay, they just left the restaurant. All right, you're wasting your time. So it's very important that you identify the right audience and that you build that audience around your brand. You build the audience around your brand. Your brand needs a following. And I've got 7 keys here, which is to target your perfect prospects, locate your perfect prospects, create content that speaks to their personal fears and aspirations, post content frequently and consistently, become a free educational resource as the go-to person for answers, ideas, strategies, solutions, partner with key people that already have an audience, and comment on key events affecting your audience. Now, we'll do a big audience building thing in another session. But those are 7 keys in terms of building your audience. But I want to talk about the power of an audience, because success in business happens when the right message reaches the right audience on the right platforms. Christ, who is the ultimate entrepreneur and my great role model in business. I'm going to say this again. Christ, who is the ultimate entrepreneur and my great role model in business. Christ preached his message to the people who would value it the most. Do you find Christ preaching to the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, the doctors, the lawyers? Do you find him preaching to the Romans, preaching to the Roman army, the Roman authorities? No, he said, I'm sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he went and he even gave parables about it that said, those who were invited to the wedding did not come. So go to the highways, byways, and hedges and find the outcasts, the downtrodden, the marginalized, the oppressed. Find them and invite them to the wedding. In other words, he would preach his message to the people who would value it the most. So although he went into the areas where they would be, the people then came to him wherever he was. Whether he was on a boat, whether he was at the seashore, whether he was on the hilltop, the people came to him. And they came to him because of his message and his miracles. His message and his miracles. In other words, he gave them something to see and hear. And literally, if you're going to build an audience today, okay, if you're building an audience today, make sure that your message is tailored to the people who would most value that message, and that you also give them something to see. I'm going to close on what the right message would be. What the right message would be. Because some people say, well, what is my message to my audience? What am I trying to say to them? Here's the answer. The right message is the one that identifies with the aspirations of the audience. Woo! The right message is the one that identifies with the aspirations of the audience. The wrong message is about your dreams and about what you've built, about what you have, about what you can do. It's the wrong message. The right message is about what they want, their hopes, their fears, their aspirations, their dreams. It's about them. So I've got here, a failing business speaks about itself, like their products and their services. Smart entrepreneurs speak about their customers' fears and aspirations. Because when they know that you know who they are, and where they want to be, they will listen to and follow you because you make sense. You make sense. I cannot overstate that beautiful phrase, you make sense. People following people today follow them because they make sense, right? If anyone that you're following today, right? If you follow me on social media, it's because I make sense to you. You follow Dr. Myron Golden, he makes sense to you. If you follow Miles Monroe, they make sense to you, right? And the people that don't make sense, you're not following them, right? So people make sense to us when it's clear that they understand who we are, where we are, what we really want, okay? And they can speak to our fears and our aspirations. Those people have magnetic qualities and properties, and they draw people in. Once you have an audience and you're speaking the right message to the right people, your third priority is to create opportunities for them to cross your bridge from where they are to where they want to be, and then to make offers to them, okay? Your offers are really the opportunities that you make available to a hungry audience. They are the opportunities to break through the barriers, solve the problems, resolve the issues, meet the needs, live the dream, or enable change. They're opportunities. Your offers are opportunities. And who wouldn't want to give someone an opportunity? All right? If you know how I could get from where I am to where I want to be, then you have a moral obligation to make that opportunity available to me. Your opportunity is what bridges the gap between an aspiration and an achievement. I thought I was going to close with something else, but I looked at the time and I'm not. I'm going to start to close with this, right? Making the offer. So let's say you have an opportunity. Maybe you have a technology, a tool, a gadget, an item to sell. Maybe you have a service that you can deliver. Maybe, it's to consumers. Maybe it's to another business. Maybe it's to a branch of government. Those are the different business models. But you have this opportunity. It's an opportunity to change your life for the better. It's an opportunity to take your business to the next level. It's an opportunity to take your marriage to the next level. It's an opportunity to take your health to the next level. It's an opportunity to take your wealth to the next level. But you have the opportunity, right? Now that you have the opportunity, you have to make the offer, okay? You have to make the offer. You have to make the opportunity available to others. Now, how much easier is it for you to make the opportunity for you to make the offer if you have a powerful brand, okay, and you're speaking to the right audience, Okay? How much easier is it to make the offer? Because listen, I'm telling you from my experience as a professional business coach for many years, this is the ultimate frustration for business owners is they've got these great opportunities and a great message falling on deaf ears. They are making and because it's falling on deaf ears, their answer is, well, just lower the prices, right? Compromise on the price, and which always is a code word for compromise on quality. All right. When you ask someone to compromise on price, what you're asking them to do is compromise on quality. And so I meet entrepreneurs who are compromising their quality because they think that maybe the offer, the opportunity is not good enough. It's usually not that it's not good. It's usually that you haven't done the branding and marketing piece right. Therefore, you're speaking to the wrong people. But if you get the branding and the marketing right and you're speaking to the right people, now the sales make sense. Now, let me show you how they make sense. Making the offer. Educate the curious and sell to the serious. Ooh, that one's so deep. Educate the curious and sell to the serious. Don't be selling to the curious. Educate the curious. So there are people that are going to come into your world, your ecosystem, curious. Educate them. When they demonstrate that they are serious, now you can make an opportunity available to them because they've demonstrated that they're serious. And there are lots of ways to demonstrate that you're serious, but once they demonstrate that they're serious, you can make available to them an opportunity. But until they're serious, you want to educate them. And you're not trying to educate the world, you're trying to educate the curious. Don't just create the product, create the offer. In other words, a lot of entrepreneurs spend all the time creating the product. You've got the product, but you haven't created the offer. You haven't created the language. You haven't curated the promise. You're not quite sure how to present it. So don't just create the product, create the offer. Create the irresistible offer based on your knowledge of your prospect's needs. Then pitch the promise, not the process. Woo! Pitch the promise, not the process. What is my pitch? It's the promise, not the process. Why? Because because we buy things as a means to an end. Okay? We have an end in view. We have an outcome we desire. We buy things that promise to produce that or get us that result. So when you pitch the outcome, not the process. If I'm selling you my vacuum cleaner, I am not pitching the cleaner, the look of it, the shape of it, the feel of it, the mechanics that are in it. I'm really pitching what you want, which is those clean, deep clean carpets, fast and easy and cheap and easy to pack away. That's what you want. So we're going to pitch on what you want. Feed their faith and demolish their doubts. And remember that a compromise on price is a compromise on quality. Wow and wow. I've just had so much of a blast. I'm 2 minutes over. Thank you for hanging on in there. So here goes. The power of automations and business systems, because this is the fourth priority. Automations and business systems. Here's the answer. The 4 freedoms are only available to business owners and not to business operators. You must make the transition from laborer to leader in order to experience the 4 freedoms. The 4 freedoms are financial freedom, time freedom, freedom of mobility, and freedom of expression. Those are when you go into business, Ultimately, what you hope the business will give back to you is a degree of freedom, financial freedom, time to spend with the people you love and care about, the freedom of mobility to go where you want, when you want, stay as long as you want. Freedom of expression is the freedom to live the life that suits you. And you want the business to give that to you, okay? These freedoms. Well, those freedoms are not available to business operators. They're only available to business owners. And the only how to transition from a business operator to a business owner is to create a business system. Woo! The only thing that delivers on your business dreams is a business system. Without systems, it is impossible to scale or to sell your business. Wow and wow. I'm loving this. I'm just going to check on you guys really quickly because I got 5 minutes left. And okay, cool. Love it. Truth bombs everywhere. Thank you. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, so watch this. Keys to Succession I'm probably going to deal with next week. I'm going to close out, give an opportunity to a handful of you that want to be part of my Inner Circle coaching program 2025. 2025, I'm taking a small group on a journey. The journey is based on a dream, and the dream is that we could achieve those 4 freedoms in just 4 years by focusing on these 4 pillars, on these 4 streams, by becoming a master of branding, marketing, sales, and systems. By so doing, we will lay the foundations for freedom, and we're going to go on this journey together in my Inner Circle. So if you are already in business and the business is struggling, I guarantee it's struggling for one of these 4 areas. Guaranteed. If you're in business and the business has plateaued, guaranteed it has plateaued for an issue with one of these 4 things. If you are not yet in business, but you're going into business, guaranteed your business will grow stronger and faster, more profitable, more quickly if you prioritize the 4 proven priorities. If you become a master of branding, marketing, sales, and systems automations, if you become a master there, and it's going to be a 1-year journey. It's a 1-year journey, all right? Because I happen to believe, that if you took 1 year of your life and invested heavily in your own personal development, it would bless you for another 7 years of your life. And so every 7 years of your life, you need to take a whole year and fully invest it in terms of personal development. So what you learn in the program is the secret strategies used by top performers for branding, marketing, sales, and business automation. Right. So that's it. What are the benefits for the Inner Circle? Very simple. If in fact you became a master of these 4 streams, it would save you time and tons of money reinventing the wheel. So you would get in 1 year where most people take 7 years to get to, who don't bring a coach into their corner. So it took me many years to learn these things, many years. Everyone that has learned them, it typically took them many years, unless they employed a coach and they brought a coach into their corner who could save them that time, collapse that time, redeem that time, and therefore save them the money of disappointments, frustrations, back and forth, wrong method, wrong technique, wrong tools, all of that. We can get rid of all of that very quickly through the program. It's about fast-tracking your business goals, laying the foundations for freedom. In 4 years' time, absolutely anyone can achieve the 4 freedoms. Some of you watch me, you observe my life, you see how, see like, oh, what country is he in today? Where is he now? Well, what's he doing? Well, because I have the freedom to do it, right? I have the freedom to do it. And I'm only partway through my 4-year plan, but I have the freedoms. I have amazing freedoms, right? So we'll lay the foundations for freedom. And ultimately, it's about making more in less time. That's the benefits of the Inner Circle. Okay. Love the fact that you're all still here. So I'm going to provide that opportunity, and I will tell you about the pricing, and then I will drop a link for those of you that want to apply. And I'm not expecting a lot of you to apply. I believe that there's a handful of you, even on this call, it's why you're still on the call, who are meant to be by appointment in my inner circle for 2025. All right, so the price for the year is $30,000 US with a payment plan. So you don't have to come up with $30,000 right away. That's not how it works. There's a payment plan involved. And there's parts of the plan that you can buy instead of just the whole plan. Thing to know is that similar programs start at $50,000 to $100,000. Almost everyone I know on my level that teaches these things start at $50,000 and go up to $100,000. So it's actually the best value for money. And compared with what the system offers you, which is, a college, private, non-profit institution, their educational programs start at between $37,000 go up to $58,000 a year. And all they're going to do is qualify you for the 40-year plan, whereas we're looking at the 4 freedoms in 4 years. So it's absolute value for money. But you can't just join, you have to apply. Okay? You have to apply. So I'm going to put in the chat box an application form. If you feel like this is something you want to do, make the application. We'll have a meeting. And if we're a good fit, then you can come on in and become part of this road to freedom, this amazing journey that we're going on in 2025. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And I have had a blast, like a proper blast today. But as usual, when I'm having a blast, I need about 3 hours to have that blast. And I only had an hour. So I'm going to have to look into that and see how I can do something that's a little bit more extended. I can tell you what is more extended, right? So the coaching application is there. Is my masterclass, which I've been doing once a month, and I've got one at the very end of this month. I'm doing a masterclass on the success streams, in which I will be much more detailed about branding, marketing, sales, and automation. And we will look at the 4-year plan properly and exactly how you can achieve the 4 freedoms in 4 years. I'll prove that you can, and I'll prove why and how. So that's the actual masterclass, and that comes in. That's like, I think a ticket is $197. So that's a great investment to start with. Okay, if you're still on the fence about the coaching program, the inner circle, then start there. Links for that are literally at the bottom of any of my YouTube videos. Any YouTube video that I put out pretty much has a link to the masterclass. There was one more link I said I was going to give to you. Let me put, I'll just put the coaching applications. One more link I said I'm going to give to you, which I'm going to give to you now. For those who missed the first 2 sessions, and you want to catch up on the series, okay, then you can do so by joining the New Breed community. And I'll let you into a secret why it's a good idea to join the community quite quickly is because I'm actually going to post all my webinars totally for free in the New Breed community. So any webinar that I've done, like a free webinar, we're collecting them, putting them together. We're going to put them all inside the New Breed community, right? So you want to get in the New Breed community because it's about to turn a corner and get super interactive. Is that Temi? Oh my word. Blessings to you, mighty man of valor. God bless you. So very important that you join, and then join the New Breed community. You're going to love it. There's a lot of believers in there. kingdom-minded people, connecting, sharing, learning, growing. We're about to take that community to another level. So miss you too, bro. Miss you too. With that link, you can get the replays. Just go to the learning tab once you signed up. Coaching application, that's my inner circle. It's a small group. We're going to take you through on the journey, lay the foundations for freedom, teach you everything I know. You'll have the access you will have to me and my mind is unprecedented in history. So you're going to come out of it. You sound like me, talk like me, think like me, think better than me. You're going to be amazing. But as you prioritize your 4 streams, your river will water the world. It gives you such an advantage in business to become a master in these 4 areas. Way too many people go into business. All they're mastering is their own product and their service. So this is what I have. I built this thing, or I can do this. I can fix people's hair. I can fix their nails. I can be a fitness coach. And you're not realizing that what builds the business is these 4 pillars. It's going to rise or fall on the quality of your branding, marketing, sales, and succession or automation. That's the truth. Just wanted you to know what the truth was. And so sharing the truth. Tina, love you so very much. Tina says, join my inner circle if you can. No regrets guaranteed. You know why Tina said that? Because she did it a couple years ago. Came into inner circle. And now, Tina, I feel like I've learned 10 years more than what I knew back then. I'm just crazy. Like the acceleration of growth. So, thank you, Tina, for that shout out. You are a gem. Afam, great to see you, bro. Janet, yes. Who else do I see I'm recognizing? All right. Yep. Guys, I've had such a blast. I've enjoyed these Wednesday webinars, and it's just for November. Can't do it in December, right? Taking a break in December. Can't do it in December. Can do it in November. I got one more Wednesday left. It's going to be crazy. I can't guarantee it will be 1 hour. Okay? I cannot guarantee that. It may be a little bit longer because next week I just want to free myself. No, I've told the whole truth, right? Told as much as possible. So you'll know how to get that advantage in the marketplace. Love you. How many of you listened to my YouTube yesterday? Man, YouTube, we started something yesterday. It was crazy good. If you get a chance, look at my YouTube channel. Look what we posted yesterday. It's called, Are Your Beliefs Blocking Your Blessing? Are your beliefs blocking your blessing? Then tomorrow night's session is called the Kingdom Wealth Formula. It's going to be crazy. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. My brother, Aaron, bless you so much. He said, I listened to it. It was awesome. Thank you. Pooling listened to it. Was awesome. Yeah, it's a whole financial intelligence piece. It's all about the money mapping, becoming strategic, intentional about money. It's like a financial education. It's absolutely phenomenal series for this week on YouTube. And you guys are amazing tuning in today. Thank you so much. Melanie says, I was munching on it before hopping on. Love it. All right. Well, let's keep munching, guys. I love you. Keep well. Keep shining. Shalom. Peace out.
Recording.